From today onward, we will formally step into the practice of mindfulness. Please note that I intentionally use the word practice, not learning mindfulness, to emphasize that mindfulness is an experiential discipline. It requires you to invest time in personal practice and direct experience. Of course, you can read many books and articles about mindfulness. This will help you understand what you are engaging with, what purpose it serves, and why it is helpful. A deeper and more comprehensive understanding supports your reflection and discernment. However, if you truly wish to benefit from mindfulness, you must practice it yourself. It's a bit like having a piece of cake in front of you. You can talk about how the cake was made, what the recipe is, its nutritional content, and the flavors it offers. You might even earn a PhD and become an expert in food science. But if you never actually taste the cake, you will never know its real flavor. Once you taste it, it might not be as good as you imagined, or maybe it's even better. Perhaps you discover other subtle flavors. It's like the old saying, only the one who drinks the water knows whether it's warm or cold. It's a simple truth, but to truly know the warmth or the cold, you must take a sip yourself. Therefore, learning mindfulness is very much like tasting the cake. It's highly experiential. What I'm sharing today is an invitation for you to wholeheartedly experience each moment and dedicate time to daily practice. We can even say that practice is the very foundation of this entire course. If you take time each day to take care of your practice will, in turn, take care of you. In daily conversations, we often talk about how busy we are. In modern society, busy seems to be the defining trait of everyone's life. Kids are busy with tutoring and extracurriculars. Adults are busy earning money to pay mortgages and car loans. Those with less money are busy chasing more, and those with money are sometimes even too busy to spend it. Even when you have a free moment, you likely pick up your phone, and suddenly, all kinds of information flood in, occupying your eyes and ears, filling your mind. I'm sure we're all familiar with that feeling of an overwhelmed brain. Yet, over 2,000 years ago, the Chinese sage Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "The 5 colors blind the eyes. The 5 tones deafen the ears. The 5 flavors dull the palate." He warned us that when our senses, sight, hearing, taste, and the whole body and mind, are constantly saturated, our natural sensitivity becomes numbed. Too much input, and it's as if we can no longer see clearly, hear distinctly, or feel fully. We become disconnected from our surroundings, even overwhelmed to the point of feeling lost. It's as if one day you wake up and realize you have everything, yet you feel you've lost yourself. Many people eventually find themselves confused about what all the busyness is for. Some say they're busy making a living, but if that were all, maybe they wouldn't need to be so busy. Others say they're pursuing their dreams, yet often they wear themselves out chasing external goals, neglecting their health, inner fulfillment, and happiness, and even the people closest to them. Life becomes numb, rigid, and heavy, losing its natural ease and vitality. In the end, being busy becomes being blind. This reminds me of a cartoon depicting several cows grazing in a field. One cow suddenly lifts its head, tail raised, eyes wide, mouth open, grass falling out, as if having a realization, and says to the others, "Hey, wait a minute. We've been eating grass this whole time." Often, our lives face a similar awkward truth. We frequently operate on autopilot. We know modern airplanes have autopilot systems. They can fly predetermined routes without constant input from the pilot. Here, autopilot is a metaphor for ourselves. Our bodies automatically do things, as if programmed by someone else. Sometimes this is helpful, like with good habits that make life easier and more efficient. But other times, it causes trouble. For example, you walk into a room and forget why you went in. You're driving and miss your turn, continuing straight only to realize later. These are small examples. But autopilot can also affect bigger life decisions. Entering a relationship without really knowing why. Or coming to a crossroads in life where you meant to turn right but ended up driving straight into a swamp. On autopilot, We do things without being aware of what we're doing. It's like a train of life without a conductor, or living inside pre-written code. In those moments, the body is busy doing things, but the whole self seems absent. Until one moment, we suddenly wake up. Like the cow in the cartoon, we open our eyes wide and exclaim, "So we've been eating grass all along." In that moment of clarity, it's as if the conductor returns to the train of life. You become the programmer again. Now, the force behind this autopilot mode is essentially unconscious momentum. So how do we work with this unconscious force? How do we step out of blind, even self-destructive, patterns? It may be a long journey, but as the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that first step is to pause. Yes, pause. Right now, I invite you to consciously bring your attention back to the present moment. Allow it to rest here, right now, for as long as you can. You may even gently let go of thinking, soften the inner chatter, and truly allow awareness to settle into now. Then, gently open your senses. Become an observer of your experience. What do you see in front of you? What do you hear? What do you feel? Notice the light and shadow, sounds, temperature, everything unfolding around you. It's as if you take a small step back, creating a little space between you and the world. Watch without expectation. Yes, release all judgments. Don't get pulled into thinking. Just allow the richness of this moment to be as it is. Everything is simply happening, not better, not worse, just being here, changing moment by moment. Continue resting in this awareness. Now, take one raisin you've prepared beforehand. Place it in your palm and look at it carefully, as if you've never seen such a thing before. Ask yourself, can this little thing really be eaten? Observe its color, shape, and features, in as much detail as if you were appreciating a work of art. Then, gently pick it up with your thumb and index finger. Notice the tactile feeling, its texture, softness, or firmness, any sensation in your fingers. Bring it up to your nose. Curiosity, smell it. Notice how the scent enters your nostrils. Slowly, place it in your mouth. Don't bite right away. First, explore it with your tongue, teeth, and the whole interior of your mouth. When you feel ready, begin to chew consciously. Notice the entire process of chewing, and the flavors that emerge. When you're about to swallow, bring awareness to that intention. Feel the motion of swallowing. After you've completely eaten it, take a moment to feel your stomach. Then trace back up the esophagus, and notice any aftertaste in your mouth. Now, feel how your whole body responds after eating. So, what did you experience? What thoughts or feelings arose after finishing? If you have paper and pen nearby, you may wish to jot down a few notes. Many people find that eating one raisin in this way offers a surprisingly rich experience, even richer than eating a handful mindlessly. In the past, we might have eaten raisins hurriedly, on autopilot, without even noticing their taste. But in this practice, we actively engaged our senses. We offered our full attention to one raisin, visually, through smell, touch, and taste, perceiving its presence completely. This whole process is, in fact, a way of working with unconscious momentum. It's also a return to life itself, perceiving things as they are. When you are willing to pause for one raisin, to stay curious about ordinary things, these simple things can unexpectedly reveal profound richness in the present moment. There's a saying, less is more, simple is rich. When we let go of inner commentary and truly appreciate one small raisin, when we meet it with openness, we often receive a fuller experience. In this way, our relationship with material things begins to shift. The common belief that more is better is gently challenged. We begin to see that possessions are one thing, but how the heart perceives them is another. Some people have many material things, yet their hearts feel lacking. The Chinese poet Su Dongpa once expressed this beautifully in Red Cliff Rhapsody: the clear breeze over the river, the bright moon between the hills. These become sounds when they meet our ears, colors when they touch our eyes. Though we cannot possess them, we can enjoy them without end. They are the inexhaustible treasures of the universe, available to all. Su Dongpa is pointing to a profound way of being. He reminds us that the cool breeze and the bright moon are always there. They belong to no one, yet they are here for everyone. when you truly listen to the wind over the water, when you truly gaze at the moon above the mountain, you aren't trying to own these things. Yet in the moment your heart truly meets the breeze and the moon, the beauty of nature merges completely with your life. And with that, we come to the end of today's session. If you enjoyed this, you're welcome to like, follow, or support my work. Starting today, I invite you to consciously take a little time to observe and taste one type of food, whether it's a staple, a snack, or a piece of fruit. Do your best to engage your senses actively and maintain awareness.